Can't even retire no bells. You fucking doing the bullshit. Yo, Bo Baggins. WWE. Fire this motherfucker. Guys, you back to Shire. Back to Shire. He can't win shit. He can't win shit. My boy, shit not here. Fuck you. Two times. Not once, twice, motherfucker. Hey, guys, shit. Yeah, take that shit in the ass. Take it in the ass. Yeah, continue to keep marketing. Double champ, Olympic champ, you ain't got shit.
I still knock your ass out. You're a bum. Remember you're a little guy though. Hey, remember you're a little guy. You get knocked the fuck out.
Shark King. Shark King. Shark King's for life. Yeah, Shark King's for life, bro. Yeah.
Do you guys shy away from striking with Jack Della? And would you be looking for the takedown, or would you be happy to get in there and sort of let Islam trade with Jack, because obviously he's improved so much?
Well, remember, like I've always said, Islam is the type of fighter that he can change second per second, minute per minute, round for round, and go the direction that Habib, myself, Magomed, or Saif Safullah, and even Muhammad are the coaches that train him. Would instruct him to do. So he will do what we ask him to do. So we would dictate the fight based on how well he's doing or not doing, so and he can do it all. So can he take Jack down? Absolutely. He can take him down. Can he outstrike Jack? Absolutely. He can outstrike him. But is it wise to try to outstrike him? Like I feel we can. I don't know. It may not be. It may be a better deal to do what Bilal should have done and what he didn't do. And that's something I know that Islam will do, because he's never not listened to us as his corner, his coaches. He's always listened to all of us. He is the most disciplined, well-trained, fighter I've ever had in that department. He's never not done what Habib or I has ever told him to do. Never. For Bilal, my heart goes out to him. Yeah. He's a warrior, and let's hopefully he'll come back and do well in his next fight, and let's see what happens. But again, like you and I kind of alluded to, he didn't fight his normal fight when he fought Leon Edwards, and that's the fight he should have fought, because he's fighting a very, very, very good striker, and Jack is a very good striker. I love the way he goes to the body, head, and mixes everything up with the kicks. And he's smart staying in the middle of the cage. I mean, Jack did a lot of, and then that jab, nice jab, sticking that jab out there. Good length. He's got a good length, and very relaxed when he did everything. I mean, very, very good striker. So I'm kind of shocked that he didn't go to the wrestling more. But hey, it is what it is. Maybe Jack didn't allow him.
I expected more takedowns. Okay, now it's easy for me to say on the outside. Okay,
sure.
we can look in and say, oh, I don't know how he was feeling, or what had happened to him during the fight. I don't know how he felt, but from the outside, was it the third or fourth round, when he mixed in his striking and his shots?
Yeah,
when he mixed in the strikings to bring Jack onto it, to mix into his shots, they were clean every time. Yeah. Every time. I think his only two takedowns, more or less, were from the open mat, drawing Jack into it, sort of thing. Now, why didn't we see more of that? I can't help but feel like Bilal was trying to make a point striking with Jack for the first 3 rounds.
He was, I think so.
And if that's the case, that is ridiculous.
Big mistake, right? Like,
yeah.
Talk about the fight. We knew it was the boxing versus the wrestling. And we know that Belal Muhammad talked about having great boxing like Canelo Alvarez. Well, I'll tell you what, tonight, the hands look better than ever. The problem was that Jack Della Maddalena is sensational. When it comes to boxing, he is beautiful. He was picking his shots. He was quick. He was slick. He was in. He was out. He was cutting angles. He was landing right hands at will. It was fantastic. But Belal Muhammad, he was right there the whole time. And if you look at the strike stats, Belal Muhammad wasn't far behind. The problem for Belal, though, was that Jack Della Maddalena, in the early part of the fight, was able to control the geography of the ring. He was able to put the wrestler on the back foot. And that's what you want to do. If you have the ability to stop the takedowns, which he did almost every single time. The takedown defense was fantastic. Of course, Belal got him down later in the fight. We'll get to that. But if you've got the hips, if you've got the know-how, if you can put the wrestler on the back foot, then you are on to a winner. The boxing was fantastic. The shot selection was tremendous. He was throwing a lot of knees that just missed Belal Muhammad. Of course, he was expecting the takedown. No doubt drilled that knee many times in training, and he did land it in the 5th round, opened up a big cut on the cheek of Belal Muhammad. Both men at the end of this one were covered in blood. It was non-stop action. Jack won round 1. He won round 2. Belal was right there. Round 3 comes out like a bat out of hell, turns on the pressure, turns on the gas, refused to be beaten, knows that the fight is maybe slipping out of his grasp and that the title is going to be at stake. And I really respect that of Belal. He went forward. He took a lot of shots. I'm telling you right now, the chin of Belal Muhammad was on display tonight. That man can take a shot.
What do you think you can do to make that fight happen?
Me personally, I can't do anything. I think it's just down to money. I think on his side. So I will fight whenever, wherever he wants. But it's down to money, I think.
And you say he's afraid to take the risk. What do you mean by that?
I just think that at this stage in his career, he's had an amazing career. I just think that he's like 37, 38 years old. But not only that, he's got a million miles on the clock. So he's got a lot of damage on the body. He's took a lot of shots to the head. And that's not me saying anything negative about it. That's the reality of it. And I'm sure Jon Jones is aware of that. When you put him in with, I'm not trying to blow my own trumpet, but I'm literally the most dangerous guy in the UFC if you look at the stats. When you put him in with a guy of my size who has them credentials at this stage in his career, I think Jon's a smart guy and he realises that, so he wants compensating financially for it.
And how does it feel that you constantly have to address this topic?
Oh, I'm well bored of it. I've had enough. We either need to fight or I need to move on and do something else.
You are now the longest reigning interim champion.
Yeah, it's a lot of that is bull, isn't it? That is not something that I wanted. No, it's not something that I'm not that proud of that one, to be honest. The interim title's nice, but the longest reigning one, I obviously wanted to contend for the undisputed in the time that I've been interim. So
it's coming.
It's coming.
So, on my command here, my team has global. Let's get
A second-hand surgery today, and not a major. I just had too much scar tissue in the joint, so they just went in and just like cleaned it out in there. But it was pretty freaky. They kept me awake for the first half of the surgery, and I remember kind of coming to, and there was like the curtain, and then I pulled the curtain down, had a look over, and I was watching them do it. They were like cutting into my hand, and I could like you could see the screws and stuff. It was pretty, and then I was like, I'll wait for a bit, and then I was like, nah, this kind of hurts now. I was like, can you just knock me out? And then they knocked me out for the second half of it. But all good, went sweet as. Be back to it in no time. Got my, yo!
Bored, had hard wrestling, and I want to play Ukrainian freeze tag with the drone. Are you feeling like a good Ukrainian?
Yeah, I'm feeling real good. Kamikaze.
It's the Ukrainian, I'm the Russian. We're going to see if we can get away from a drone.